What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Stoner Watch. Let's get right into it. Let's not hesitate. Um, First off, we're going to start off with Endgame going into week 4 now. This is like the four, going in the weekend 4, and it's grossed 2.5 billion, or close to 2.5 billion. I kind of rounded up, so I'm sure by today it's at 2.5 going into weekend 4. So let's see. I mean, I don't know what else is coming out this weekend, but everybody's talking about the John Wick 3 movie coming out. I'll have to admit, I have never seen any of those movies. I've only seen clips. It looks okay. I might check it out sometime. I think, according to the buzz it's getting on the internet, I think it has a good chance of beating Endgame this weekend, but maybe. I mean, it's a maybe. That could be like who knows. I mean, I think it has a good chance. I mean, according to the way everybody's saying about the box offices and stuff like that, and how they've been progressing from like the last two installments for this movie, it sounds like it has a pretty good chance of actually making pretty good money. And Endgame has been losing like steadily, kind of dropping since opening weekend. But it started out with like over $1 billion for opening weekend, so I think it can. It's got some legs. I mean, whether or not if it's really going to beat Avatar or not, I mean, it's pretty close. I think it might inch close, like over a little bit. It'll probably only beat it like by a few, like 5 mil or something like that. But I think it might. I mean, because we're only going into weekend 4, and granted, everybody who's wanted to see it has seen it. I myself, I plan on probably if this weekend, if not next weekend, I'm going to go and see my viewing number 2. I've been kind of spacing out because it is 3 hours, you know. So yeah, kind of like got other stuff I got to do. But I do definitely want to see it one more time in the theaters before it goes out. And I think the way it's going, I should have no problem with that. I mean, I doubt they're going to get rid of it like in week 5. You know what I mean? But moving on, just recently announced from Mr. Uncle Bob Iger from over there at Disney said that Benioff and Weiss are definitely going to get the next 3 Star Wars movies that's coming out in 22, 24, and 26. So they're definitely getting those movies. Now they're writing those and they're not directing them. So who's going to direct these 3 movies and where exactly are they going to go? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I mean, it could be over public stuff, and like to be honest with you, I've only read like maybe a handful of the old Republic Legends books and stuff like that. They were pretty good. I mean, I really like the Darth Bane trilogy. That would be kind of cool. But then that still gets us pretty still kind of close to the Skywalker saga because that's still within 1,000 years. So I'm kind of hoping they go maybe a little further back and maybe a different corner of the galaxy. Who knows? I'm interested to see where they go for sure. Um, I've never watched any of the Games of Thrones. I know I've said that before, but the only ones I have seen were the ones that where they were made in the like look like lightsaber fights and stuff like that. But that looked pretty cool to me. So if they can do that with more of a Star Wars feel, I'm up for it. So we'll see. And there's no news about Ryan Johnson. And I have to admit, I mean, and I never really thought I'd ever say this about a Star Wars movie. I really didn't, but I only really maybe half like the Ryan Johnson movie. I hate to say it. I mean, it's true. I mean, I'm not like one of them haters like, oh, Ryan Johnson, you're an asshole. I'm not like that at all. I just didn't agree with all the things that he did with the story. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna sit there and like totally dog somebody on Twitter and say, hey, you did it wrong, you did it wrong. I mean, you just did what I was kind of picturing in my head, which kind of does kind of suck. But hopefully, and I was just talking about this with a coworker earlier today, that hopefully, like whatever they do for The Rise of Skywalker here in December, they make whatever some of these story choices that he made worth it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's got to explain more in detail why he went with green milk instead of blue. I can care less. And I hope we don't see any more of that shit. I'll say that right now. I don't want to see any more green milk, at least not straight from the tap. That was gross. End of story. Anyway, moving on. Um, I did double check in that on for Cobra Kai season 2, where there's a hint that Allie might return. she was just on an interview with, like, I believe it was Canada, ET Canada, and stuff like that, with another co-star from a show that she's doing right now, and I don't know what it is. But she said that she's like, she's aware of the show and she's knowing it's doing pretty good and she's seen it and she's liking what she sees. And it's a possibility that Allie might return. I mean, they kind of really heavily hinted at it, especially like, what she, resent a friend request back to Johnny, but he didn't see it because he threw the cell phone out into the beach and where he left his car. Spoiler if you haven't finished it yet, but I'm pretty sure you have. I don't know. I think she could because in the first season when Johnny and Daniel were at the bar and they were talking about stuff, Daniel said that she was a pediatric surgeon. Now, considering that Miguel has got knocked over the railing and he's got something going on with his spine and stuff like that, that could be her expertise. And so she would have to come in and fix him and stuff like that. I mean, that's the kind of injury that's whew, I don't know if you can really recover from that. So that's really weird because one season the kid's like the all-time ballet champion and now the next season he could be like a quadriplegic. I mean, which I'm not saying I'm not dogging that. Don't get me wrong. I am not dogging that whatsoever. But that would be like, wow, that's a heavy storyline. That'd be really weird. That'd be really something to see where they go with that. And obviously, are the cops trying to track down Robbie because he is the one who knocked him over? I mean, I have to say that the end fight scene in the school, while it was kind of cool at the same time, that was just really weird. I mean, and yeah, I guess like maybe sometimes in the news you might see that. I mean, you see weirder shit in the news that happens in school nowadays anyway. But I'm not really going to go into that. Um, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. I did see a video on Cobra Kai Theory. He's also a channel here on YouTube. Check him out. He's also Star Wars Theory. He's got a lot of stuff. He did release a fan-made movie called Vader Episode 1, I believe is the title. I did watch some of it, and I kind of liked it. I mean, I'm not saying that it wasn't any good. I mean, the story was really good. It's just that and they did spend a lot of money, according to what I've heard and what I've read, and and I'm not dogging that, but it's just it was almost, but it wasn't Lucasfilm quality effects. It was almost, but not quite. And I'm sorry, it takes me out. I mean, I did like the story. I liked it where I did read stuff on what the story was all about and everything else, and it sounds really, really cool. I might actually just sit and actually kind of watch it and just. I mean, granted, like I said, they spent a lot of money on this one, and he's currently working on saving up money to make a episode 2, and I believe he's hinting that he might bring back Mace Windu, which we all know George Lucas has said Samuel Jackson asked him, "Hey, did I survive?" And he goes, "Yes, you survived." So if George says it, it's law. I don't care what Disney says. The man, he's the one who made it up. He makes the rules, other than the fact that he sold it. But that's for another subject, a different day. Anyway, I don't know. Summers are coming, so we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen. I mean, we got Spider-Man coming in about another month or so. That looks pretty good. I can't really wait to see what they do with that. There's a lot of rumors floating around that it's Mysterio and Chameleon. I'll have to admit, I am not that well versed in the Spider-Verse stuff. So if he is, cool. I mean, whatever. I mean, as long as it's good and it's not like I don't know. I guess I can't say unbelievable because it is a comic book movie, right? But anyway, that's where we are. That's it for right now. We're waiting to hear some more news on the new Star Wars movies. Galaxy's Edge launches here in the next couple weeks, and Disneyland, which I can't wait to go. Then there's Disney World and towards the end of August. That'd be really cool. I'm not really sure which one I want to see, which one I want to go, because they say that both will be exactly the same, but Disneyland is smaller, so that might have an impact on getting in and stuff like that, because they're taking reservations and everything. When something about a 4-hour window. And I'm hoping, like, if you get in and you're not standing in line for the Millennium Falcon ride for like 3.5 hours, and then the ride's however long, then okay, well, maybe get a lightsaber Chiro, and out you go. I'm hoping it's more net. I mean, I don't want, I've been waiting for something like this for all my life, and then just to get there and start to get into it. Oh, you got to go, man. Because I don't want to, you know what I mean? Because there's going to be a line for that Millennium Falcon ride. There's going to be. I mean, especially when like the second ride won't be available probably until closer to December, if not like into early next year. And then there's the hotel that's going to be down in Disney World, and that's not slated to open up, I think, at the earliest, maybe next year or 2021. I'll have to check into that and I'll get back with you. I'm not really sure, and I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, you might get a little claustrophobic though, because if you look out the window, you don't see like the stuff outside. You see like space battles and stuff like that. So that might be kind of weird and be like, I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, that's it for Stoner Watch this week. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you think. Endgame, 2.5 billion. Holy shit, right? John Wick 3, I don't know. We'll wait to see what the reviews are like, and if they are actually good, maybe I'll actually finally go check out the other two before I see the third one, because there's other ones before it. And the Game of Thrones guys, those are going to start doing Star Wars. Let me know what you think down below. I can't really comment on the Game of Thrones stuff. I've never seen a single episode. So, all right, catch you next week. Peace.